Hey, what's good, Wahoo Nation? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and also hit the thumbs up down below on this video. Before I get started with this video, I'd just like to take a second to wish all of you and your friends and family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope it is a good one for all of you. All right, so I wanted to real quickly do a state of the program video for Virginia basketball because I have not done that since the season started. And I'm just going to get right to the point. We're not in a good place. I think we all can agree on that. We only have one more non conference game, and that's actually today before we start ACC play. And going into today's game, we're only one game above 500. And I don't think we've been this bad since Tony's first year in 2009 2010 season. And so I know the team. I understand the situation. With Tony retiring when he did, I know that was tough to deal with. But it's still essentially the same. The same roster, the same style of play, same coaching staff, and we're just not good. I mean, the biggest problem with this team obviously is turnovers. I've never seen this team turn the ball over at the rate that we have in quite some time, if ever. And so we got a lot of work to do, and if things continue to at this rate, then we not only will we not make the NCAA tournament, we might not even make the ACC tournament if we keep playing like this. Because if you guys remember, with SMU, Stanford, and Cal coming on board, that now makes 18 teams in the ACC, and the ACC tournament will only feature the top 15 teams. And so we might miss the ACC tournament if we play like this. And so we got a lot of work to do. And there's a lot of problems with this team. And for one thing, there's no leadership within the team. Nobody on this roster is a leader. And that's something you expect from upperclassmen, especially someone like Isaac McNeely. You expect him to step up and be a leader. There's other guys on this team as well. And so and I think another problem that we have is that there's no true athletes. Like, there's no athleticism on this team. And so outside of maybe Jacob Kofi, who's been a nice surprise at freshman, he's been good. Iman Sharma, he's been really good as well for what little he's played. But somebody on this team, like, say, McNeely or Tane Murray, needs to step up and be a leader. And that's something we need. And as far as, the coaching staff, and I understand, like I said, with Tony retiring. However, I will say Tony didn't exactly do us any favors when he retired when he did. And again, I love Tony Bennett, and I will always be appreciative for everything that he did for us. But he didn't exactly do us any favors when he retired when he did. And so, and I know that Ron Sanchez was given, I guess you could say he was in a tough situation or given a tough situation. Having said all that, though, I just don't think he's the guy to lead this program going forward. And I don't think anyone on this coaching staff, I don't think Jay Willie is the guy either. And so, remember, Sanchez is only an interim coach. And so, you know, as much as I hate to say this, I think what we need to do once the season is over with, because it's going to be a long year. It's already been a long year, and we haven't even started ACC play yet. I think what needs to happen, I think once the season is over with, I think that we need to just hit the reset button and just start completely over from scratch and start with a clean slate, new coaching staff, and of course that's going to mean players are going to transfer, which if that's the case, then so be it. But you know, we got to hit the reset button and like I said, I love Tony Bennett, and I'm appreciative and always will be appreciative for everything that he did for us. And but I think we need to just move on completely from from Tony's coaching staff and probably some players as well. and just start over from scratch, start a new era of Virginia basketball, get a new coach, and which I know Carla has said that they are going to do a national coaching search, which I mean, it looks like that's going to end up being the case. I don't think Ron Sanchez, I just don't think he's the guy. For one thing, he doesn't show any firepower on the sidelines. He doesn't lay into these guys. At least I haven't seen it anyway. And Tony would get animated at times. He would get after these players. He'd get after the refs. And so, yeah, I think I just think that I think we need to just move on and just try to get through this season, make the most out of it, and see where the chips fall. But after that, I think we just need to just start completely over with a clean slate for next season. And I've actually got some guys in mind who I want to be our next head coach, and that will be another video for another day. But we just don't have it. I think there's no athletes on this team. Uh, we got to stop turning the ball over. We still can't score. Um, we haven't shot very well. And so I think we just need to move on. That's the bottom line. And I think a lot of the fan base will agree with that. And so we'll see. But what are your thoughts on this season so far? Should we move on from Ron next year and start with a new coaching staff? What is your outlook on this Virginia basketball team? I'd love to hear from you. And as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you next time. And as always, go Hoos.